The movie recap begins with a tiny ball of light transforming into a bright circular flash, slowly revealing a circular object. Amidst an ominous atmosphere, a woman struggles to perfect her speech, attempting a Scottish accent. A black liquid pool forms, merging with light to create the eye of a mysterious woman. The scene shifts to a winding road in the Scottish mountains with a lone headlight, indicating an unknown man on a motorcycle. He stops at a tunnel, walks off-road, and retrieves a young woman's lifeless body, implying prior knowledge. The body is placed in a white van. In a bright white room, Scarlett Johansson undresses the deceased woman, a contrast to later dark scenes. After dressing her, Scarlett Johansson's character somberly gazes at the body. A tear falls, leaving uncertainty about the woman's state. The unnamed woman, shrouded in mystery, may have been in a comatose state, suggested by the tear and the motorcycle man's awareness. The clothed woman inspects an item, revealing an ant crawling on the deceased or comatose woman's body. The following part starts with a cloudy sky and mysterious lights above a tall building, hinting at an alien presence. Despite the briefness of this scene, attentive viewers grasp its importance. An enigmatic female figure, possibly alien, succubus, or machine, emerges from a rundown house where a white van and a motorcycle man await. Their connection remains unclear, with sporadic hints of a superior officer relationship from the book. Shared scenes lack verbal communication, sparking speculation about telepathy. The man leaves on his motorcycle, and the woman drives the white van. In a bustling mall, she acquires clothing items, including a faux fur coat and red lipstick. Cruising through Glasgow, she eyes men, initiating conversations and posing seemingly innocuous questions. Her predatory behavior unfolds, targeting solitary men with probing inquiries. When individuals don't meet her criteria, she promptly drives away, prompted by incidents like a police siren. Suitable candidates are invited into the van, leading to encounters at a rundown house. The scene fades as they undress, and the man unexpectedly sinks into the floor, seemingly unaware. Subsequent scenes hint at her continued predation, manifested in her presence in the van. Another encounter unfolds at the beach, involving a man in a wetsuit and a distressing incident with a drowning woman. The alien woman intervenes violently, striking the man and dragging his body past a crying child. The motorcycle man, potentially cleaning up a prior incident, retrieves a tent. The child's cries persist, emphasizing the woman's emotional detachment. In the van, she acknowledges crying, noticing it in another vehicle with a different child, highlighting the contrast and the significance of her actions. The story unfolds as the woman guides her white van into a parking lot one evening. Beside her, rowdy men in a car engage in catcalling. Following them around what appears to be an abandoned building, she intends to confront the man who called out to her but discovers a large crowd and realizes he entered a club. Outgoing women usher her into the lively atmosphere, where she reunites with the man. They end up dancing in the all-black room where the first man sank into the floor. The club guy dances half-naked as the alien woman undresses, captivatingly staring at him. He sinks into the floor like the first man, seemingly entranced. The scene transitions to a view from under the liquid floor, with the club guy becoming aware of his surroundings only afterward. The first man, frozen in an older state, communicates silently with the club guy before popping like a balloon. The empty skin floats aimlessly, symbolizing a gruesome fate. The scene concludes with a rivulet of blood and debris on a conveyor belt, followed by a bright reddish light, hinting at an alien presence and a mysterious process. The next day, the alien woman listens to a radio broadcast about a drowned man found on the beach, showing minimal emotion. She shifts her focus to women and children and encounters another man who compliments her. They enter the rundown house, but the scene fades to black. In a different room with a cobbled stone floor, distinct from the dark room where she seduces men, the woman applies lipstick. The motorcycle guy appears, pacing angrily, suggesting dissatisfaction. Nonverbal communication hints at telepathy, and he abruptly leaves after an intense gaze into her eyes. Walking down the street, the woman is tripped and falls onto the pavement, seemingly shocked. Passers-by help her up, and disturbed by the incident, she continues walking, observing people with newfound interest. In the van later, she refrains from approaching a single man crossing an empty street. When approached by a younger man, she remains unfazed by hoodlums demanding her attention, potentially recognizing her from previous encounters. Indifferent to the escalating situation, she drives off. Later that night, the alien woman encounters a man named Adam Pearson, whose face bears the effects of neurofibromatosis. Unfazed by his disfigurement, she engages him in conversation, questioning when he last touched someone. She leads him into the rundown house, revealing its true dilapidation. In the all-black room, she undresses completely, luring the man into the black liquid. After his submersion, a slender black skeleton appears on the screen, and the scene cuts away, leaving the alien woman descending the stairs. She pauses before a dirty mirror, seemingly reflecting on her actions, disturbed by a fly tapping against the door. The subsequent scene shows her leaving the rundown house with the deformed man still alive, walking naked through a field toward a town. At dawn, the motorcyclist arrives at a housing estate, retrieves a body from the deformed man, and places it in the boot. He remains unfazed, even when observed by a neighbor. The film shifts its focus to the alien woman's attempts to understand humanity rather than hunting them as prey. Driving to a secluded beach, she sheds her faux fur coat and stands alone, contemplating her actions. The motorcycle man seeks clues by the abandoned house's mirror, while the alien woman explores a restaurant in the mountains. Unable to consume human food, she proceeds to a secluded mountain town, where she experiences discomfort on a bus. She meets a man who takes her to his house, showcasing her confusion in a grocery store. They listen to music, but her food remains untouched. Men on motorcycles roam in search of the alien woman, while she walks with the man from the bus, exhibiting more emotions due to his kind treatment. Later, they undress, and the alien woman realizes her incomplete human form. She runs across a barren field, potentially escaping shame or the pursuing motorcycle men. In the forest, she encounters a worker who gropes her in a hut. Alarmed, she flees, finds a logging truck, and honks the horn in vain. Pursued by the forest worker, she hides, eventually confronting him. In a violent struggle, he rips her clothes and her skin, revealing another black layer. He douses her in gasoline, ignites a match, and she stumbles away, burning. The motorcycle man watches from a hilltop, uncertain of her fate. In the final scene, the alien woman's burning form collapses, and the motorcycle man, standing on a hilltop, observes. The film concludes with a prolonged view of snow falling, symbolizing the aftermath of her demise. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing, giving it a thumbs up, and turning on notifications for more updates. Your support means a lot.